Thanks for joining us. I'm Paula Ebben with the WBZ News Update. Top stories this Tuesday. A man from Lexington was hit and killed by a bus at Logan Airport. It happened yesterday on the lower level of Terminal B. Police identified the victim as 47-year-old Vishwakant Kola. They say he was waiting at the terminal to pick up a friend at about 5 p.m. when he was hit. Kola was struck by a bus and dragged along the passenger side of his vehicle. He died at the scene. The bus driver, a 54-year-old woman, has not been charged at this point. Bus services were halted for the rest of the evening at Terminal B. Services resumed this morning. A Holbrook woman severely injured in a crash in Nebraska is undergoing surgery now in Boston. Tatiana Tudor flew back to Massachusetts last night on a medical transport. Last week, the 26-year-old was traveling with a friend to California when their car crashed in Hall County, Nebraska. The woman's mother says Tudor suffered a skull fracture and doctors had to amputate her right leg. She is now receiving care at Beth Israel Deaconess Hospital. Police in Randolph say they're still searching for 29-year-old Giovanni De Los Santos in connection with the deadly shooting of a man from Worcester outside a club back in July 2022. They say De Los Santos is one of two suspects involved in the shooting. The other suspect was arraigned last night and held without bail. Police say if you see De Los Santos, do not approach him. Instead, call police. The clouds are out in packs this Tuesday afternoon. Let's check in with meteorologist Zack for his latest forecast.
Have not been able to shake this rain. It's been persistent since late last evening, and now we're dealing with some larger puddles and some ponding, upwards of about 3/4 of an inch on average. And initially those setting up to the north of the Pike, but you're starting to see this activity all kind of slide off to the south and east, and it is going to be a gradual decrease in intensity over the next few hours, but we're still probably holding on to some light drops as we move into the evening commute. So from Weymouth to Brockton, Bridgewater, along the 24 belt, the deeper shades of green indicating some steadier pockets. Now we're in the greater Boston area, just kind of windshield wipers on delay, and that's the scene for 128.2. But by the time we get down towards Buzzards Bay, you notice just some moderating in intensity. So a little bit heavier on the southern tier, 495 towards Wareham, then a little brighter or a little lighter for the mid and outer Cape. Ultimately, have a rain gear close by. Temperatures aren't going to move at all. Raw, cool. Unfortunately, late March isn't lending itself to all that much warmth, but we are going to get at least a little bit of a rebound for tomorrow. So today's standards will be locked into the mid 40s, if not the upper 30s in some isolated respects. The 48 and 49 is definitely overselling it, but you notice 6 p.m. we still got the rain icon in store. So yes, lighter drops at that point, but still kind of battling some of the rain as we go into the end of the day. Once we pass sunset, things will start to improve. We got some gradual clearing overnight. Very calm winds though, so generally some gusts will help dry up the pavement. I still think we're holding on to wet conditions for early tomorrow morning, but it won't take long to ultimately get all that out of our way, as the blue sky is going to remain from mid-morning right through a gorgeous afternoon. We're spiking towards 50 degrees as early as lunchtime, and we'll stair-step into the mid-50s in some locations in the height of the day, with mostly sunny skies. The warmest areas are probably going to be around the 95 quarter, and then we get a little bit warmer around the Merrimack Valley, but you do notice a little bit of a difference from Hampton Beach, where you get the sea coast of New Hampshire, to say some of the higher elevations of southern New Hampshire over into Hudson. Now we're still kind of rivaling coastal areas with a little bit of marine influence, so a light wind off the water is going to cap us between the mid and upper 40s, and then we're eyeing down another wave late in the day on Wednesday. This is 9 p.m. still keeping the activity out of our way, but about 11 p.m. midnight we have a very potent cold front, and it is certainly going to be describing as such as we move into Thursday. But prior to that, we've got this snow that kind of grazes across the region between about midnight and 4 a.m. And with those brief chances, we have a possibility of actually bringing in some light snow accumulation. We'll look out towards the Quabbin in western Massachusetts to get some of those coatings. Don't want to completely rule it out as we go into northern Worcester County, but it shouldn't be much of a hassle. And thankfully, it's going to quiet down as we move into Thursday. So things shaping up beautifully for the Fenway home opener. We have first pitch at 2:10 p.m. Blustery to say the least. 20 to 30 miles per hour. Some showers in the mix as we move into the second game of the new season. More of a springtime touch though, as we've got the 60s in store for the first half of the weekend. For the third game of the season on Sunday, the matinee, that's right around 1 p.m. pitch time. We're at 50 degrees, partial sunshine, breezy once again, and then close to 60 for the first week of April.
I'm Paula Ebben. This has been a WBZ News Update.